What's your thoughts on this media versus athlete disconnect that we have in sports? Is it a good thing? Like a lot of times athletes feel like if the media personalities haven't played the game, they really should be speaking on it. Like, what's your thoughts on that type of opinion? And does the media actually like this attention when the players are ripping them and, blasting, kicking back at them?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure exactly. Kevin Durant seems to be kind of a little bit, he's on Twitter. I know a lot, but like I know a lot of times the media, Stephen A. Smith, especially Skip Bayless, Shannon, Sharpe, they have very strong opinions. And I'm not sure it's exactly good for the game, but it does give you a talking point to where you can kind of just say where there's something always in the news, right? But I could see really both sides being kind of wrong here because, Stephen A. Smith, I think, has a thing with Kevin Durant where he doesn't think Kevin Durant's as good as he really is. But the bottom line is Durant is top five, probably maybe even top three. And I think that, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon, Sharpe, Skip Bayless, like they all have very strong opinions, but so does Durant, right?
Right.
And I'm not sure it's exactly great for the game, but it does give you a great talking point, in my opinion. But,
it's wild because for me, I don't have a problem with those personalities in the media because I honestly don't look for the numbers and the stats from those guys. I get entertainment out of Shannon Sharpe and his jokes, Skip Bayless and Stephen A. and they back and forth. I found the entertainment factor. I identify that I can watch the game with my own two eyes, or I can go on a website and check out the numbers. But there are people that's not really longtime fans of sports, and they watch these First Takes, Undisputed shows, and they hear these opinions, and they think that it's law. They think that it's, actually the case. And I think that's the point that Kevin Durant be trying to drive home. So I respect Kevin Durant for that because that is true. But me personally, I don't think those guys are bad for the game because I just identify them as something different.
And like I said, it just gives you a great talking point. I don't disagree with either Durant or players or the media exactly, but it gives you a great talking point, right? And it definitely is the topics they talk about too are very interesting, but like I said, it gives you a great talking point. But I'm kind of the same way. I don't really have a problem with either one, really.
Well, do you feel like you have to play the game or have played the game on some level in order to be an analyst?
I don't think so. I mean, Stephen A. Smith didn't really I think he might have played college or something like that, but I don't know necessarily you need to play the game right to be an analyst. But I do think analysts, especially analysts like Nick Wright, to be example, I think they get a bit, too, I think they get get a little bit too much, right? But
okay.
I don't necessarily think you need to be an athlete or be a former player, but I definitely think they need to hold up their opinions just a little bit. So
if you're one of those personalities that talk spicy, have a lot of hot takes and do a lot of shock value things as an analyst, you would prefer them to have some type of experience.
Some type, yeah. But sometimes they bring up good points, right? But I think they need to. They go overboard just a bit.
Yeah, they definitely get extra because, ratings and that's
exactly
what, some of these networks ask for. So, I can agree with that, man. It just seems like, and I don't think the media should necessarily have to get along with the players and vice versa. Like it's never been that way. Like that's just a part of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like in all realms, musicians and media, movie stars, actors, actresses, in media, like it's always kind of been a disconnect because everyone has a job and their own agenda, But I think it's still good for the fan base. I don't think that it's hurting the sport, but I do identify what Kevin Durant is talking about, how some of these guys do things, name calling and stuff like that. Russell Westbrook, and it gets a little bit extra, like you said, but I don't really have a big problem with it. Be sure to check out the rest of this episode and more at The Best of 7 on all your favorite listening platforms.